Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. It has been a crazy weekend, but I saw this one, and this is actually from this particular case is actually back from August, but this headline from Law and Crime just came out the last couple days, and it's actually only partially correct because I did some more research on it, and it's not necessarily the death penalty yet. So let me get into what's going on, and we will discuss it as well. Here is another young woman. She's an adult. She's 18 years old. This is Jakayla Ashanti Williams. She is from Dothan, Alabama. So at least we're not in New Mexico anymore. She allegedly killed her newborn baby boy. She killed her newborn baby boy by dumping him in a garbage. It's a dumpster with a compactor. Yeah, and she lied to her family about the entire thing. So again, Law and Crime has most of the details correct, but there's a local affiliate who corrected, because the DA's office actually stated that they are not at this point necessarily seeking the death penalty. So that particular portion of the headline is not correct. Hopefully they'll update this article on that. But here is what is going on. An Alabama woman is charged with capital murder. And according to News 4, like I said, they are waiting for, as far as the death penalty is concerned. So she is being charged with potentially capital murder. She'll face a prosecutor looking to potentially, let's change that, put her to death, which, again, he sounds like he may be going for life without parole, after she allegedly killed her newborn baby by putting him in a trash compactor at a local dumpster. Yeah. This is, I don't know what is going on with this current generation of teenagers, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, where they're pregnant. They like to say, I didn't know I was pregnant. This one's not saying that she didn't know she was pregnant. Her excuse is something completely different. So let me continue giving you guys the article here. Jakayla Ashanti Williams, 18, gave birth at home back in August. After her family realized that she had delivered the child, the defendant allegedly told them a story about handing the boy over to a red-headed hospital worker earlier that month. So she gave birth at home, and she lied to her family when they asked her about it, because they all knew she was pregnant. And she's like, oh, I gave it up to the hospital. Nah. She is a total liar, and her excuse for what she did to this baby is just appalling. Which, of course, they all are. Williams's family, concerned for the newborn's safety, because they're a caring family, okay? They traveled with her to the nearby Southeast Health Medical Center, demanding answers. So they went there to say, hey, what happened to her baby? What happened to Jakayla's baby? The replies that came were grim. The hospital staff called the police to report the defendant's mother's inquiries. The Dothan Police Department followed up with questions of their own. Finding the responses lacking, investigators then reviewed surveillance footage, because things weren't just adding up there. So this was a story she's telling, and the hospital's like, we don't know anything about her baby. She didn't bring her baby here. And the police are like, well, let's see what happened. Now, they allegedly found no evidence Williams had ever been to the hospital on the day in question. She never even went there. Again, safe haven drop-off point, she didn't even make it to the hospital. After that, the defendant allegedly admitted to putting the baby in a blanket and then leaving him inside of a dumpster with an attached garbage compactor. Yeah. At an apartment complex in the area, so it's not even her home or just a random, I guess, apartment complex. She saw a dumpster and decided, hey, I'm going to put my newborn child in this dumpster. What the hell? The child's remains were found inside the dumpster in a mattress protector and in a duffel bag that had been zipped shut. She could have brought the baby, as she alleged in her little tall tale to her family. She could have brought that baby to the hospital, given it up. No problem, no more questions asked. But instead, she decided to put her baby in a dumpster. Babies are not trash. I don't know how much louder we have to say this to this young current generation. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, how hard is it to see that all you have to do is bring it to the hospital, a police station, fire department, and say, hey, I can't take care of this baby. I don't want it. And they'll take it off your hands. But that's not what she did. So obviously she knew that was a possibility, because that's the story she told her family. Williams said she did not want to be a mother at her age, and then having a baby cost too much money. Okay, well, that's totally fine. Okay, she didn't want to be a mother. Totally fine. That was smart, okay? But give it up to a safe haven. On Friday, during a preliminary hearing, the state announced they would be seeking the death penalty in Williams' case, according to a courtroom report. So that is incorrect. Like I said, they're still waiting for the grand jury on the death penalty portion. So we will wait to further on that one. Williams' defense said their client should be granted a reasonable bond so she can receive much-needed mental health treatment. I think she can do that while she's in jail, because I am sick and tired of these baby killers, these girls dumping their babies in the trash, in the dumpsters, wherever they feel like they just don't want it, and then they are granted bond. No, you should not be allowed to do that. You dumped your baby in the trash, period. A prosecutor objected, reportedly calling in Williams a, quote, danger to every living, breathing child. I completely 110% agree with the prosecutor. During the hearing, defense attorney Clay Wadsworth disputed whether the child was alive when it was placed in the dumpster, asking if the state had any evidence to support that claim. A full autopsy report for the child has not been released by the state authorities as of this writing. So we don't know what the autopsy has to say yet. Now, the defense attorney argued that the events on August 13th are something of a mystery, but that his client is a high school graduate who got good grades and she doesn't have a record. Gee, you know who that sounds like? That sounds like Alexi Treviso's attorney. Mr. Colonel Sanders, they're good girls. They're such good girls. They're just, they just don't understand. They just graduated. They made a mistake. No. A mistake is maybe bumping your car on the curb, hitting someone else's car by mistake, and having a minor accident. Those are mistakes. Killing, dumping your newborn child in a dumpster or a trash, those are crimes. They're crimes. It's murder. She is still a child, Wadsworth told the court. No, she's not still a child. I completely disagree. She's 18 years old. 18 years old makes her an adult in the eyes of the law. Prosecutors said the defense was worried about the wrong child and chastised the gallery for supporting the defendant. Good for the prosecutor. Houston County District Judge Benjamin Lewis held off on any major decisions, submitting the case to the grand jury and telling both sides that he would take bond arguments into consideration. Abortion has been banned in Alabama since the state passed the Human Life Protection Act in 2019. That legislation only became criminally enforceable in 2022 after the conservative U.S. Supreme Court overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade decision in the landmark Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. But she wasn't killing her baby. We have to remember that part. She gave birth to it at home. And then after she gave birth to it, that's when she decided, oh, I don't want it. And I'm going to put this sweet, innocent child in a dumpster. No. Again, I am just... I don't get it, guys. I really just don't understand. Why do these young girls and young adults, let's put it out there. She's 18. Okay? Alexi Treviso. She was 19 when she gave birth in the hospital and put her baby in the trash. 18 and 19 is a legal adult. Jakayla is a legal adult. She just graduated high school. I don't care if she had grades out the ass. Her grades were A+++. All her teachers thought she was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I don't care about any of that. The fact remains. She was pregnant, she gave birth, and then she decided to wrap up her baby and throw it in a dumpster. In a dumpster with a trash compactor. I mean, I'm telling you, my mind, every time I see another story about a poor child who doesn't have a chance, because these girls decided, I didn't know I was pregnant, or, oh, it's expensive to have a child, I'm not ready for it. Oh, well, honey, easy answer. There's two things. A, don't open your legs and have sex, or make sure you're using protection. Okay? You could still get pregnant. And once you figure out you're pregnant, there's options still there. And we're not even going to go there with the whole abortion thing, because it doesn't look like she, from what I'm reading so far anywhere, that she even considered abortion at any time. I don't know about her family, what their situation was, but this family did care to want to know what happened to her newborn baby, and I applaud them for that. But A, don't open your legs and have sex if you're not prepared for possibility of getting pregnant. And number two, if you do get pregnant, you decide to go all the way through with it, which you guys already know I don't believe in abortion, but that's beside the point here. If you give birth, just go to a safe haven. She told her family that she brought it to the hospital, so she knew about that this was an option. Why did she decide to throw it in a apartment complex dumpster when all she had to do was go bring it to that hospital that she told her family she allegedly brought it to, which was a bunch of crap? Yeah. I'm hoping she stays behind bars, because we are seeing too many of these girls get bond. We got, we've got Alexi doing her college life, living her mostly best life right now. And the other girls aren't seeing much happening, even though, well, she's going to be going to trial in August. They need to remember, unfortunately, the system is not fast. It takes time. And then you've got Alexis, who now is free on house arrest, and she is awaiting her appeal, but her baby survived. And you've got now Jakayla, and you also got that there's a 16-year-old, which we still don't know much about, also out of New Mexico, and I'm sure that there's many more. Unfortunately, we're not hearing about them all. But we need to make sure these girls are punished to the fullest extent of the law, and they're made examples of, because other girls are seeing girls like Alexi and Alexis, and they're seeing them going, well, they're not really being punished. Alexi's out there, and Alexis is now living back at home and chilling and watching movies and hanging out with her family, and all she's got to deal with is house arrest, and she's waiting her appeal, which is yet to be scheduled. But, so I'm saying, bottom line is we need to punish these girls, and I'm not saying the death penalty or not. We need to make sure, though, that they are punished. Jail time has to happen. It has to happen. Examples need to be made of all these girls. There's no excuse for it whatsoever. Babies are not trash. They are living, breathing beings. Period. Alright, guys, that's all I've got for this one. I'll keep track of this one as well. We'll see if they do seek the death penalty. Like I said, I don't know if the prosecutor's going to go for it. I guess we'll have to see with the grand jury as far as that's to be. But we will see. Sadly, our list of these young girls that we're watching, these young adult women that we're watching, is growing. It's got to stop. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.